Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, January 14th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. There's a storm brewing over the weekend. I was talking to George last night, and we know a storm is coming, but the intricacies here for Anne Arundel County will play out over the weekend. So you want to be sure to look out for some short weather alert releases right here on wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, enough of that. We do have some news to share, so let's get into it, shall we? Some stuff went down in Eastport yesterday morning, but the APD and the FBI are keeping mum. Federal agents executed a, quote, court-authorized activity at a house at the corner of Brashares and Monroe Streets in Eastport. We have no idea what it was all about, and we heard from neighbors that there may have been an armed standoff. Now, that all dissipated by about 8 p.m., with the FBI was still in the area for the rest of the morning in a more relaxed manner. Guns weren't drawn or anything like that. Now, oddly, there was a large number of city snowplows positioned around that area, just idling. And over here off of Edgewood Road, there was one intersection that had 4 snowplows right at the very intersection edge, poised to drive into the center of the intersection and completely sealing it off. Again, we have no idea why they were there, but we do assume that they are related because as soon as the activity ended in Eastport, the plow trucks over here off of Edgewood Road all pulled away and paraded down Edgewood Road. Free masks for all. Yesterday, Governor Hogan announced that the state was buying 20 million of the fancy N95 and KN95 masks to distribute for free throughout multiple channels: health departments, nursing homes, testing and vaccination sites, etc. He also announced more hospital-adjacent testing sites. We already have one here at AAMC, and by next week we will have another one at UMBWMC up in Glen Burnie. Other announcements included mandatory twice-weekly testing of all staff at nursing homes regardless of vax status, which was in response to the fact that 70% of the nursing homes in the state are reporting positive cases. It seems that Omicron don't care about immunity or vaccination. Riva Road is going to get a little bit more crowded. Last month, we told you about the residential and commercial development at Riva and Admiral Cochran Drive and the old Air Inc. property. And now the former USI property has been sold and will be developed as a mixed-use property. 52,000 square feet of retail and over 500 apartments, some of which will be age-restricted. There will be a parking garage and a grocery store. Now, this is the property that Wegman's was looking at to buy until the county ticked them off and they killed the deal. Well, stay tuned. We do understand that Wegman's deal is back on, but not as a property owner, but as a tenant. For those not familiar with the USI building, that is directly across the street from the Annapolis Town Center on the other side of Riva Road. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, so if I did, my apologies. But if you have little ones in the home and are looking for a preschool for them, Heritage Learning Center is opening again after a solid year of closure due to COVID. They have renovated, they have rearranged the classrooms and redone the filtration systems to ensure that the safest environment for all the little guys. And they are now taking applications for the fall and the 22-23 school year. Now, this is for the 2 to 4 crowd, so before kindergarten. It is attached to the Heritage Baptist Church in Annapolis over there on Forest Drive, but it is non-denominational. Application information and general information is available at heritagelearningcenter.com. And that's it for the news, but here's some podcast news for you. We've been busy lining up some local business spotlights, but I am not going to get the Encore Creativity one edited in time for this Saturday, so we will start it up again next Saturday with them. And I want to thank our music guru, Beeper Buzz, for tossing a few more names my way. We've got some great ones coming up. But in the meantime, please keep suggestions coming in. They are free to the businesses and an awful lot of fun for me to do. info@eyeonannapolis.net or DM me on Twitter. Those are the best ways to get a hold of me. All right, I am done. And as always, thank you for listening. And if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know to give us a follow. A quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, and Rehab to Perform. It is Friday, so I will take this time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, keep shopping local, and play in the snow if it comes. Other than that, we'll see you on Monday. Now hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast snowy weather report. All that in just a bit.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get: how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today at 410-599-1370 so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, January 14th. Yesterday brought another decent mid-January day to the Annapolis region with more PM highs in the 40s. But changes are on the way starting today. Look for more highs in the 40s today, but expect breezy PM winds gusting over 25 miles per hour at times as a cold front moves through, which will bring very cold air back into the region Saturday, with highs only in the upper 20s. And that cold air should guarantee at least a bit of snow on Sunday for the area, regardless of the exact track of the upcoming storm, before any possible changeover to freezing rain and or plain rain ahead of the storm's exit late Monday morning or early Monday afternoon. That being said, expect at least 1 to 3 inches of snow for the Annapolis region, with a very good chance of maybe 2 to 4 inches, and it won't take much luck for 3 to 6 inches to fall in the area with any real shift of the storm track to the east, with snow breaking out in approximately the 2 to 6 p.m. time slot on Sunday, with precip then falling well into Monday morning as Anne Arundel likely sees a changeover to mixed precip during the late night and overnight hours, before a change then back maybe to snow Monday a.m. at some point as the low pressure moves off to our northeast and the counterclockwise flow of air around the storm's center then brings colder air back into play at all levels from the ground up. One other big factor to be prepared for will be very gusty winds late Sunday into early Monday, with some potential for winds to gust between 50 and 60 miles per hour at times, meaning some power outages are possible, as are falling limbs and downed trees. With all of that in mind, stay tuned for additional updates as this complex storm won't show true details until late in the game versus the last storm we had on January 7th, which showed itself a few days in advance and pretty much played out as expected. We will definitely have at least one more update on the Eye on Annapolis and all Annapolis platforms, if not more, possibly with an update later tonight and maybe another 1 or 2 Saturday as the details finally emerge with higher confidence for all variables involved. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on our website at dcmdvaweather.info, and definitely download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's are wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.